welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle. Today we are doing a video that is a very new idea to me, and that is my February TBR. Now, I am dominantly a mood reader, so I do not plan any of my reading, but I love seeing TBRs. I love seeing how organized people are, and it's just the coolest thing, and I've always wanted to do it. So I'm taking this as a bit of an experiment. I'm trying to guess from my current reading and what I've read recently to how that's going to impact what my mood for books is going to be this month. So bear with me. I think it's a cool experiment, and you know what, if it's successful or even mediocrely so, maybe it's something I can keep doing. So grab a cozy drink. Today I am having apple cinnamon tea, and oh my goodness, is it lovely. But let's see what the first book is. The first book I'm going to mention is one that I'm reading in February, but I'm not finishing in February, and that is The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. Emmy Reads and Carolyn Marie Reads are hosting the Great Debate. It's a 4-year-long book club based off of Dickens and Tolstoy and reading their works in chronological order to decide who they prefer as an author. They're reading The Pickwick Papers for February and March. I thought it'd be pretty cool to read along and join in because I do adore both authors' writing. Currently I'm on Team Dickens. I thought I was on Team Tolstoy, but I realized in the past day it's actually Dickens for me at the moment. I'm really excited to read this one and see where his writing started from. The next book is my current read, actually, so this one's pretty much guaranteed to be finished in February, and that is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I am halfway through this one and I'm really enjoying it. I love the descriptions and the setting, the atmosphere. I'm really invested in what's going on. I'm finding it to be a bit of a slow burn, so I'm not picking up any other books until I finish it. But since I'm halfway through, I'm hoping to finish it up in the next couple days. So we'll see how that one goes. Then the next one I am going to be reading is I Was Anastasia by Ariel Lawton. This one has been on my TBR for far too long. I started reading it in April of 2018 on a flight, and I closed the book to get off the plane, and funny enough, I never opened it again. And there is no reason why that's the case. I remember really enjoying it. It was recommended to me by someone who really knew my reading style as well. So it's described as a historical suspense. Basically, from what I can tell, it jumps back and forth between when the Romanovs were overthrown and in the 1920s they find a woman in a canal and she starts to insist she's Anastasia. So I'm really intrigued by the whole Romanov history. I love the movie Anastasia. I dream of that music box and necklace. I would be shocked if this is anything lower than a 4-star. I'm pretty convinced this is going to be a 5-star. It's just the kind of thing that I would enjoy, but between a 4 and a 5, I'm predicting I would be stunned if it's anything less. And I just think it deserves to not be on my TBR anymore, and I'm very excited to get it read. The next one is 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. This is a Greek myth retelling. It's the Trojan War from women's perspective. I've been in such a mood right now, like lately, for Greek myth and retellings, especially from the female perspective, so yeah, it's time for this, and I cannot wait. I've read one of Natalie Haynes' pieces before and loved it, so I'm so stoked. I cannot wait to get into this one. I don't know the order of how I'm going to read them, but I'm very excited for whenever this happens. And then the last one is probably the one I'm most excited to read, and it's more than likely going to be the one I read right after Rebecca, but that is Roverandom by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have the box set with the 4 books, so The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, Roverandom, Farmer Giles of Ham, and Smith of Wootton Major. I couldn't decide which one to read next, and my cousin adores Roverandom. And she sold it. She has just said some key things. I'm like, okay, I have to read this. So I cannot wait to get to this one. And I think it's going to be a pretty quick read too. I've never read anything by Tolkien, and I have the goal this year to read The Hobbit. And I think this is kind of the perfect way to get into, not Middle-earth, because this isn't set in Middle-earth, but to get into his way of writing and his world of writing. I've said I'm not into fantasy, but I used to love like YA fantasy, so now I'm kind of thinking maybe I just haven't tried the right adult fantasy. And after watching the Hobbit movies, like I just have a feeling that this is going to be a beautiful experience. So I cannot wait. So those are the 4.5 books I plan on reading in February. I'm really excited. I'm really intrigued to see if I stick with this, how it'll go, if I add books to it, if I take books out, if I switch things around a lot. I'm just really interested and to see if this is something I can start doing, because I think it's a pretty neat idea. So yeah. If you've read any of these books, please let me know what your thoughts were, what your star ratings were, or if you have any recommendations based off of them, let me know. I'll keep you guys posted on what I think of the books. I'm more than likely going to be doing a dedicated video per book as a review, so that will be great. And then just kind of a summary wrap-up at the end of the month is more or less my plans. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. In the meantime, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye!